Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's been a very busy week here in Leopardstown. Been very busy for iron fittings for some reason, just a week of iron fittings. And this iron has popped up quite a lot in a lot of fittings. It's been tried, it's been tested, it's performed really well. And it's the Mizuno JPX921 forged. Now this isn't the most forgiving model in the range, this isn't the bladed model in the range, this sits kind of in the middle. And I'm beginning to think, is this the best all-round iron on the market at the moment? Because it's been very popular not only this week, but actually throughout, since reopening after lockdowns actually. So it's been a very busy little head. And we're going to have a little look into the technology behind it today. We're going to get a few numbers as well, see how it performs. It's been pretty impressive. Let's jump in and have a little look. Okay, so I've ditched the quarter zip because anybody who's either been in our bay for a fitting or has watched any of my videos will know it gets very warm in here when you're hitting golf balls. So I've got 7 iron and I've got TaylorMade TP5 ball as usual. So what makes this club a great all-rounder? So this is the first year that Mizuno have introduced chromoly into a forged iron. Now what chromoly, we've seen chromoly in the hot metal range for the last couple of years. And what chromoly does is it strengthens the steel, very strong material. And what that's allowed Mizuno to do is make the face of this iron 0.5 of a millimeter thinner. Now you might say to me, Stephen, what is 0.5 of a millimeter going to do? Doesn't sound like a lot. And I'll say to you, I agree. It really doesn't sound like a lot. But what it does is it lets them make the face really thin. You make that face thinner, you get more ball speed. More ball speed, more distance. And who doesn't like distance? So we've got thinner face for more distance. There's a cavity at the back here. And what they've been able to do is they've CNC milled it, and so it's using a computer to mill that cavity, and they've been able to make it just under 7% larger. So you've got a larger cavity in a smaller headed iron. That can only mean good things. What that'll do is keep ball speed higher off them off-center hits. So if you're to toe one, you're not going to lose as much distance as you would have previously. So now we've got thinner face for more ball speed, bigger cavity for more help, more forgiveness, and we've got a smaller head that's more appealing. It's a lot of boxes ticked for kind of a well-priced iron, really. And because it's got Mizuno's forging process, it feels amazing. Like it's a really soft feeling iron. Looks really good, feels good, it's forgiving. They've also gone for a bit more of a perimeter weighting system in this iron. So a lot of irons, we hear it all the time, heel-toe weighting to move that center of gravity away from the heel to help more forgiveness again across the face. But Mizuno have actually gone for almost a rounded weighting system. So it's going the whole way around the face, just to add more and more stability. Now, as a fitter, I love Mizuno for one massive reason. They have probably the biggest range of non-upcharge shafts on the market at the moment. So there's lots of really good shafts with no extra charge on top of the iron. And the same with grips. Plenty of options in the grips as well. So as a fitter, it is great to see that you can get a really good performing iron without it costing the customer a fortune to get the right shaft. So this is a fantastic performing iron, looks great, it's good value at just under €1,200 for a 7-club set, and it performs really nicely. I really like this iron. Let's have a little look at the numbers and see what the numbers say. See where is that consistency there. So if we look at the stats here for this iron, we're looking at the average and the consistency of the kind of 20 shots I hit between warm up and kind of filming there. So the ball speed stayed very consistent, 131 average, and we were, give or take, 3 miles an hour under and above that throughout all the shots. So that's that extra help coming from the perimeter weighting. So that ball speed is staying nice and high, and that cavity at the back really helping me. 9 yards between my longest and shortest carry, which is fantastic. Spinning at 5.8. So for me, with a 7 iron at that kind of loft, that's pretty good. I could probably go into a slightly higher spinning shaft or even a higher spinning golf ball if I wanted to see that go a little bit higher. But I would be quite happy with that on the golf course as well, especially off a mat. Spin will come down a little bit off a mat. So get out in the golf course, that might be kind of low 6,000s instead, which would be kind of ideal. Launch 15 degrees for me, pretty good. Less than 2 degrees between my lowest launch and my highest launch, looking at the consistency number there. And peak height average 104 feet. So it's not coming in low at all. It's staying nice and high. With that kind of spin, I'm gonna have no problem stopping that iron on any green, really, unless they're like a rock. So numbers look great, club looks great, all-rounder. This is a fantastic iron. Now guys, so that is your Mizuno JPX921 forged iron for this year. Like I said earlier on, a great all-rounder. There's a lot of technology packed into that nice little small head without it looking really too small. That perimeter weighting really helping, keeping that ball speed a little higher, making it nice and easy to hit, but still feeling, sounding, looking like a good, pretty kind of iron. Now there is more forgiving models in the range, like the Hot Metal and the Hot Metal Pro, and there is more compact, smaller head, a little bit more workable irons in the range in the Tour head. So if you want to pop into McGurk's in Leopardstown here, get a fitting with myself, and we'll get a Mizuno iron set up for you. Thanks for tuning in as always. There's a link below to book that fitting if you want it, and then there's a link to my Instagram as well. Give that a follow, please. Keep up with the content that's going out. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Thanks guys.